and all the married women, except those who are your slave women. These laws are Allah's ordinance for you. Besides these, all women are lawful for you, provided you seek them in marriage by paying the mahr from your wealth, not committing fornication. And those women with whom you have done muta, give them their appointed dowries. There is no sin on you if you mutually agree to vary the dowry after what was agreed upon. Surely Allah is knowing, wise. Whoever among you cannot financially afford to marry chaste believing free women, then he may marry those believing slave girls whom your right hands possess. Allah knows best your faith. From His point of view, you, the free and the slave, are one from the another. All of you are from Adam and Hawa. So marry them with the permission of their masters and give them their dowries as per the norm. Marry the slave girls who are chaste, not those who openly fornicate, nor those who take secret illicit lovers. If the slave girls commit indecency after they have been married to you, then they shall be liable for half of the punishment prescribed for the free women. This marriage with slave girls is for the one among you who fears that by remaining unmarried he might fall into sin. If you exercise abstinence, it is better for you, and Allah is forgiving, merciful. Allah wishes to explain the useful laws to you, to guide you into the ways of the righteous people who were before you, and to turn to you mercifully. Allah is knowing, wise. Allah wishes to turn to you mercifully, whereas those who follow their evil desires, they want you to deviate with a great deviation. Allah wishes to make light your burdens by sending a simple sharia, since the human being has been created as a weak creature. O you who believe, do not devour your property among yourselves by wrongful means. You may take it only if it is by a transaction based on mutual consent. And do not kill yourselves because of economic stress. Surely Allah is merciful to you. Whoever aggressively and unjustly commits the forbidden acts mentioned earlier, we shall shortly cast him into the fire. This is surely easy for Allah. If you abstain from the major sins which have been forbidden to you, then we will grant remission to you of your minor sins and admit you to an honorable place. And do not wish for that which Allah has made. Some of you excel some others. Men shall have the benefit of what they gain through inheritance or work, and women shall have the benefit of what they gain in the same way. Instead of competing with one another, ask Allah of His grace. Surely Allah knows everything. We have already appointed specified heirs in what the parents and the relatives leave behind. As for those with whom your right hands have ratified agreements, give them their portion. Surely Allah is a witness over all things. Men are the managers of the affairs of women, since Allah has made some of them to excel some others in matters of responsibilities, and because they are required to spend out of their property to provide for their wives. So good women are obedient in lawful matters, and guard the secrets of their husbands as Allah has guarded. As for those women whose disobedience you fear, then first admonish them politely. If admonishing has no effect, then keep away from them in their beds, and lastly beat them gently. Then, if they obey you, do not seek any means of harassment against them, for Allah is Most High, great. If you fear a breach between a husband and a wife, then appoint 2 arbiters, one from his family and the other from hers. If they wish for reconcilement and peace, Allah will cause harmony between them, for Allah is omniscient, all-knowing. Worship Allah and do not associate anything with Him, and be good to the parents, the relatives, the orphans, the needy, the immediate neighbor, the distant neighbor, the close companion, the stranded traveler, and the slaves whom your right hands possess. Surely Allah does not love him who is proud and boastful. Those who are niggardly in giving charity, and advise others to be niggardly, and hide the wealth which Allah has given them out of His grace, they should know that we have prepared for the ungrateful people a disgraceful chastisement. And those who spend their property in charity to show off to the people, and they do not believe in Allah, nor in the last day, they are indeed companions of the Shayṭān, Satan, and whoever's companion is the Shayṭān, he surely is an evil companion. What harm would it have done them if they had believed in Allah and the Last Day, and spent benevolently of the wealth which Allah had given them? And Allah knows them. Surely Allah does not deprive anyone even of the weight of an atom, and if it is a good deed, then He multiplies it and gives from Himself a great reward. How will these people feel when we bring forth from every people their prophet or messenger as a witness against them, and bring you, O Muhammad, as a witness for those witnesses? On the day of judgment, when the people will be asked about the divine message sent to them, they will say, "No one came to us to warn us of the immoral deeds and their punishments." At that time, Allah will call the prophets sent to them and ask them to bear witness against those unbelieving people, and then He shall call Prophet Muhammad to testify to the claim of these prophets and messengers. Also see 2-143. On that day of judgment, those who disbelieved and disobeyed the messenger of Allah will wish that the earth be leveled with them. But this is their vain wish. They should know that they shall not be able to hide even a word from Allah. O you who believe, in the state of intoxication, you are not fit to stand in the presence of Allah and pray to Him, so do not go near the ritual prayer when you are intoxicated until you become sober enough to know what you are saying. Nor are you allowed to enter and stay in the mosque, masjid, if you are junub, until you have washed yourselves in the prescribed manner. This prohibition is relaxed in one case, except when you are just passing through a mosque. If you are sick or on a journey, or one of you came from answering the call of nature, or you have touched your women, i.e., in sexual intercourse, and in all these cases you are unable to use water, or you cannot find water to purify yourselves, then you should do tayammum on the clean earth. Wipe a part of your faces and your hands. Surely Allah is pardoning, forgiving. Don't you see those who have been given a part of the book? They buy error at the price of the truth, and desire that you should also lose the straight path. Allah knows better your enemies, and Allah suffices as a guardian, and Allah suffices as a helper. Some of the Jews alter words in their revealed book from their right meaning, saying, "We have heard your commands, but we disobey," and "Hear us, O you Muslims, and may you not be made to hear," and "Ra'ina." They say all these while twisting their tongues and slandering the religion. If they had said, "We have heard and we obey," and "Hear," and "Anzurna," it would have been better for them and more upright. But Allah has cursed them for their disbelief, so they believe not except a few. Also see 2-104. O you who have been given the book, believe in the Quran which we have revealed, as a verifier of the message which is with you, before we obliterate faces and then turn them upon their backs, or curse them as we cursed the people of the Sabbath who disobeyed our orders about not working on Saturdays. And Allah's command is done as soon as He intends. Surely Allah does not forgive the sin of shirk, associating anything with Allah, and He forgives the sins other than that for whomsoever He pleases. Whoever associates anything with Allah, he has indeed forged a great sin. Have you not seen the Jews and the Christians who consider themselves pure and sons of God and claim the monopoly of paradise? Nay, Allah purifies whomever He pleases, and they won't be treated unjustly at all on the day of judgment. See how they forge falsehood against Allah, and that is sufficient for a manifest sin. Haven't you seen those to whom a part of the book was given? They believe in idols and tawhut. When they meet the unbelieving Arabs, they say, "These unbelievers are more rightly guided on the way of truth than those who believe." They are those whom Allah has cursed, and whomever Allah curses, you shall not find any helper for him. Or have they a share in the kingdom? But then they do not give to people even the speck in the date stone. Or do they envy the people, i.e. the Prophet and the Muslims, for what Allah has given them of His grace? But then we have indeed given to Ibrahim's children the book and the wisdom, and we have given them a grand kingdom. There are some among them who believe in it, and others who turn away from it. hell is sufficient to burn them. Those who disbelieve in our revelations, we shall make them reach the fire. Whenever their skins are thoroughly burned, we shall replace them with other skins, so that they may taste the chastisement. Surely Allah is mighty, wise. As for those who believe and do good deeds, we shall admit them into gardens beneath which rivers flow, wherein they shall abide forever. They shall have therein pure spouses, and we shall place them in a shelter of dense shade. Surely Allah commands you, the rightful rulers, to make over the trusts to their owners, and that when you judge between people, judge with justice. Surely Allah admonishes you with what is excellent. Allah is surely seeing, hearing. O you who believe, obey Allah and obey the Messenger and those who are vested with authority from among you, ulul amr. And if you disagree with one another in anything, then refer it to Allah and the Messenger, if you truly believe in Allah and the Last Day. This is better and fairer in the end. O Muhammad, haven't you seen those who think that they believe in what has been revealed to you and what was revealed before you? Yet in a dispute, they desire to summon one another to the judgment of the Taghut, while they were surely commanded to reject it. The Shayṭān desires through the Taghut to lead them astray into a far error. And when it is said to them, "Come to what Allah has revealed and to the Messenger," you, O Muhammad, will see the hypocrites turning away from you in aversion. How will it be when misfortune befalls them on account of what their hands have sent before? Then after seeking the Taghut's judgment, they will come to you swearing, "By Allah, we did not desire anything but good and reconciliation." They are the ones about whom Allah knows what is in their hearts. Therefore, refrain from punishing them, but admonish them, and say to them penetrating words about themselves. Remember that we did not send any messenger, but that he should be obeyed by the permission, i.e., will, of Allah. When they wronged themselves by committing sins, if they had come to you and then they asked for forgiveness of Allah, and the messenger had also prayed for their forgiveness, they would surely have found Allah oft returning with forgiveness and merciful. But no, by your Lord, they will not believe in the true sense until they make you the judge regarding the disagreement between them, and then they should not find any distress in their hearts by your verdict, and surrender in total submission, i.e., by their tongues as well as by their hearts. If we had prescribed for them, "Kill one another," or "Go forth," i.e., migrate from your homes, they would not have done it except a few of them. If they had done what they were admonished to do, that would certainly have been better for them and stronger in confirming them on the right path. And we would certainly have given them a great reward from ourselves, and surely guided them to the right path. Whoever obeys Allah and the Messenger, they are with those upon whom Allah has bestowed favors such as the prophets, the truthful ones, the martyrs, and the good doers. They are surely good companions. This is the grace from Allah. Allah is sufficient as the knower. O you who believe, take your precaution to defend against your enemies, then move forward in scattered groups or go forth altogether. There certainly are some among you who are tardy in the matter of jihad. Then if a misfortune befalls you in jihad or hijrah, he says, "Surely Allah conferred a favor upon me, that I was not present with them to witness their tragedy." And if bounty in the form of victory from Allah comes to you, he would certainly say, "I wish that I had been with them, so that I would have attained a mighty good fortune," as if there had been no ties of affection between you and him. Therefore, those who are willing to sell the present life for the hereafter, let them fight in the way of Allah, and they should know that whoever fights in the way of Allah, whether he is slain or is victorious, we shall grant him a mighty reward. And what is the matter with you that you do not fight in the way of Allah and the weak and oppressed men, women, and children who say, "Our Lord, help us to leave this city whose people are oppressors, and give us from yourself a guardian, and give us from yourself a helper"? The believers fight in the way of Allah, and the unbelievers fight in the way of Taghut. So fight the friends of the Shayṭān, Satan. Surely the strategy of Satan is weak. Have not you considered those who were told, "Withhold your hands from fighting your enemies presently, and establish the prayers and give in charity"? But as soon as the fight is prescribed for them under the right circumstances, a group of them start fearing the people as they fear Allah, or with even greater fear, and say, "Our Lord, why have you ordained fighting for us? Why not defer it for us to the near term?" O Muhammad, say, "The enjoyment of this world is little, whereas the hereafter is better for the one who fears displeasing Allah, and in the hereafter you shall not be wronged a whit." Why are you running away from jihad? Wherever you are, death will overtake you, even if you are in the tall and strong towers. O Muhammad, if a benefit comes to them, they say, "This is from Allah," and if a misfortune befalls them, they say, "This is from you." Tell them, all is from Allah, as He is the Creator and the first cause. What is the matter with these people? They seem not to understand a talk. O people, whatever good comes to you, it is from Allah, and whatever misfortune befalls you, it is the result of your wrongdoings, and thus it is from yourself. And, O Muhammad, we have sent you as a messenger to the people, and Allah is sufficient as a witness to this fact. Whoever obeys the messenger, he has indeed obeyed Allah. Whoever turns back and disobeys you, O Muhammad, then they will suffer the consequence, as we have not sent you to be a watcher over them. Such people say, "We are in obedience to you." But when they leave your presence, a group of them meditate by night in doing other than what you said. Allah writes down what they meditate by night. Therefore ignore them and put your trust in Allah. Allah is sufficient as a protector. Do not they ponder on the Quran? If this were from other than Allah, they would have found in it much discrepancy. When a matter of security or fear comes to the unsteady believers, they broadcast it. If, before broadcasting the news, they had referred it to the messenger or their ulul amr, whose task is to investigate it, they would have known the truth of the matter and would have decided whether to broadcast it or not. But for the grace and mercy of Allah upon you, you would have certainly followed the Shayṭān, Satan, save a few among you. O Muhammad, fight in the way of Allah, and let it be clear that this order is not imposed on anyone but yourself, so if no one joins you in this jihad, you have to go alone and fight. Of course you may urge the believers to join you in this jihad. Maybe Allah will restrain the unbelievers' might from you. Allah is stronger in might and more terrible in punishing. Whoever intercedes with a good intercession, e.g. by praying for a Muslim brother, he shall have a share of it, and whoever intercedes for an evil cause, he shall have a share of its punishment. Allah controls all things. When you are greeted with a greeting like Assalamu alaikum, greet with a better greeting, e.g. Alaykumus salam wa rahmatullahi, or respond with the same by saying Alaykumus salam. Surely Allah takes account of all things. Allah is the one besides whom there is no God. He will surely gather you together on the day of resurrection. There is no doubt in it. And who is more true in His words than Allah? What is the matter with you then, that you have become two parties about the hypocrites, while Allah has undermined them because of what they have earned? Do you wish to guide him whom Allah has abandoned in error? And whomsoever Allah abandons in error, you shall by no means find for him a way out of error. They desire that you should disbelieve as they have disbelieved, so that you might be all alike. Therefore, do not take friends from among them until they truly believe and emigrate in the way of Allah. But if they turn back from belief and migration, then seize them and kill them wherever you find them, and do not take anyone from them as a friend or a helper. Seize and kill such people except those among them who reach a tribe with whom you have a treaty, or who come to you with hearts fearful of fighting you or fighting their own people. If Allah had pleased, He would have imposed them over you, and then they would have certainly fought you. Therefore, if they withdraw from you and do not fight you, and instead offer you peace, then you should know that Allah has not given you permission to fight against them. Apart from these people, you will find others who desire to be secure from you, and secure from their own people. Whenever they are sent back to the mischief, they get thrown in it. If they do not withdraw from you, and do not offer you peace, and do not restrain their hands from you, then seize them and kill them wherever you find them. We have given you over them a clear authority. It does not behoove a believer to kill another believer, except if it happens accidentally. And whoever kills a believer accidentally, then he should A. set free a believing slave, and B. pay blood money to the family of the deceased, unless the family willingly gives it up. If the person accidentally killed belonged to or stayed with a non-Muslim tribe who are your enemies, while the slain was himself a believer, then the killer should only set free a believing slave. Giving blood money to his tribe would amount to helping the enemies. If the person accidentally killed belonged to a non-Muslim tribe with whom you have a treaty, and the slain was himself a non-Muslim, then the killer should pay blood money to the family of the deceased and set free a believing slave. The one who cannot find a slave, then he should fast for 2 successive months, a penance from Allāh, and Allāh is knowing, wise. Whoever kills a believer intentionally, his punishment is hell. In it he shall dwell forever. Allāh will send his wrath on him, curse him, and prepare a painful chastisement for him. O you who believe, when you travel for jihad in the way of Allah, investigate thoroughly before engaging in hostilities. And who offers you the greeting of Islam, do not say to him, "You are not a believer, you are just trying to save your own life." Do not say such things for seeking the goods of the present life which belongs to him. Remember that with Allah are abundant gains. How can you accuse others of lying in their declaration of faith, while you too were in the same situation aforetime, when you declared your faith in Islam and no one could know the secret of your hearts? At that time, Allah bestowed a favor upon you. Therefore, investigate before killing anyone. Surely Allah is aware of what you do. Those believers who sit at home, except those who have been injured or have a disability, are not equal to those who strive, mujahideen, in the way of Allah by their properties and their lives. Allah has preferred in rank those who strive with their properties and lives over those who sit at home. Of course, to both the groups, Allah has promised a good reward according to their ranks, but Allah has preferred the mujahideen over those who sit at home for a mighty reward. Exalted ranks, forgiveness and mercy from Him, Allah is forgiving, merciful. As for those whom the angels cause to die, while they are still being unjust to themselves, the angels will say, "In what circumstances were you?" They will say, "We were abased, weak and oppressed in the earth." The angels will say, "But was not Allah's earth wide enough so that you should have migrated in it to another place?" These are the people whose abode is hell. It is an evil resort. The hell shall be their abode, except for those weak and oppressed men, women, and children who cannot find a means, nor can they find a way to escape from their socio-political environment. These are the ones whom Allah may pardon. After all, Allah is all pardoning, all forgiving. Whoever migrates in the way of Allah will find in the earth many places of refuge and abundant opportunities. Whoever leaves his home as an immigrant seeking Allah and His Messenger, but then death overtakes him, his reward is indeed with Allah, and Allah is forgiving, merciful. Salatul Qasr. When you are traveling in the earth, there is no blame on you if you shorten the prayer, particularly if you fear that the unbelievers will harass you. Surely the unbelievers are your open enemy. Shortening of prayers means shortening the prayers of 4 cycles to 2 cycles. O Muhammad, when you are among them, i.e., your companions, and you lead the prayer for them in an insecure situation, then divide your companions into 2 groups. Let one be on guard, and let the other party stand with you for prayer, and let them carry their arms while praying. Then when they have prostrated themselves in the first rak'ah, cycle of the salat, they should complete their prayer quickly by themselves, i.e., without following the Prophet in the second rak'ah. Then let them go behind you to relieve the other group. And the other party who have not yet prayed should come to you and join you in the second rak'ah of your prayer, and let them take their precautions and their arms. And those who disbelieve wish that you should be heedless of your arms and your baggage, so that they may attack you all at once. There is no blame on you if you are troubled by rain or you are sick, to lay aside your arms, but take your precaution. Allah surely has prepared a disgraceful chastisement for the unbelievers. When you have completed the prayer, remember Allah while you are standing, sitting, or when you are lying on your sides. When you are secure from danger, then perform the prayer normally. Surely prayer is a timed ordinance for the believers. Do not be weak-hearted in pursuit of the enemy. If you suffer pain, then surely they too suffer pain as you suffer, and you hope from Allah the reward in an eternal blissful life which they do not hope for. Allah is knowing, wise. We have indeed revealed the book to you, O Muhammad, with the truth, so that you may judge between the people by means of the facts which Allah has shown you. And do not be an advocate on behalf of the treacherous, even if they be your own followers. Ask forgiveness of Allah. Surely Allah is forgiving, merciful. Do not plead on behalf of those who act unfaithfully to themselves. Surely Allah does not love the one who is treacherous and sinful. They hide from the people when committing sins, but they cannot hide from Allah. He was with them when they meditate at night on the talks which displease Him. Allah encompasses what they were doing. Ha! There you are. You, Usaid, and others like you are the ones who plead for these wrongdoers in the present world, but who will plead for them with Allah on the day of resurrection? Or who will be their protector? Whoever does evil or is being unjust to himself by sinning, and then asks forgiveness of Allah, he shall find Allah forgiving, merciful. Whoever commits a sin, he only commits it against himself, and Allah is all-knowing, wise. Whoever commits a fault or a sin, like the three brothers, then casts it upon an innocent, like Labid or the Jew, he has taken upon himself a slander and a manifest sin. O Muhammad, were it not for Allah's grace and mercy upon you, a group of the wrongdoers had certainly designed to lead you astray from the true judgment. But they did not realize that they do not lead astray except themselves, and they shall not harm you in any way. Allah has revealed to you the book and the wisdom, and He has taught you what you did not know. Allah's grace on you is very great. There is no good in much of their conspiring and secret talks, except for one who holds such talks to enjoin charity, or command the right, or for reconciliation between people. Whoever does this seeking the pleasure of Allah, we shall give him a mighty reward. After the above incident, Bashir left Medina and went to Mecca. Whoever acts hostilely to the messenger after the guidance has become manifest for him, and follows other than the way of the believers, we shall turn him to what he has himself turned. We shall make him enter the hell. It is an evil resort. Surely Allah does not forgive shirk, that any person or item be associated with Him in worship, and He forgives the sins, other than that, for whomever He pleases. Whoever associates anything with Allah, he indeed has strayed off into a far error. Also see 448. The polytheists of Arabia do not worship besides Allah anything but female idols. In reality, they do not worship anything but a rebellious Shayṭān, whom Allah has cursed. And when Shayṭān was cursed, he said, I will certainly take a specified number of your servants into my servitude, and I will indeed lead them astray, fill their hearts with fancies. I will surely command them so that they will cut off the cattle's ears as a sacrifice for the idols, and I shall truly command them so that they will change the creation of Allah. Whoever takes the Shayṭān for a guardian instead of Allah, he has indeed suffered a manifest loss. The Satan gives them promises that will never be fulfilled, and fills their hearts with fancies and vain desires. But in reality, Shayṭān does not promise them anything except delusion. They are the ones whose abode is hell, and they shall not find any escape from it. As for those who believe and do good deeds, we shall admit them into gardens beneath which rivers flow. In it they shall abide forever. This is a true promise of Allah, and who is truer in speech than Allah. No salvation can be achieved according to your fancies or the fancies of the Ahlul Kitab. The matter of fact is that whoever does evil, he will be recompensed for it and will not find besides Allah any guardian or helper. And whoever, be it a male or a female, does good deeds and he or she is a believer, they will enter paradise, and they will not be wronged in any way. Who has a better religion than he who completely submits himself to Allah, Islam, being a good doer and follows the religion of Ibrahim, the upright person? Allah has indeed taken Ibrahim for a friend. Whatever is in the heavens and whatever is in the earth is Allah's. Allah encompasses all things. O Muhammad, they ask you for a verdict about the orphan girls and women. Say to them, Allah gives the verdict to you concerning them that you should fulfill their right which is recited to you in the book concerning A. The orphan girls whom you do not give what has been appointed for them, and yet you desire to marry them so that you could possess their inheritance. B. And the boys who have been made weak because of being underage and thus deprived of inheritance. And you should establish justice for the orphans. Whatever good you do, Allah surely knows it. If a woman fears ill treatment from or aversion in her husband, there is no blame on them if they seek to reconcile between themselves in the form of a compromise, and indeed reconciliation is better. Human souls are very prone to avarice, and so neither wife nor husband will like the deprivation of rights. But if you be good by compromising in their rights and guard yourselves against displeasing Allah, then surely Allah is aware of what you do. O men, if you have more than one wife, you will not be able to do justice between your wives by loving them equally, even if you eagerly desire to do so. So do not be entirely inclined to any one of them so that you leave the other as if she was suspended, neither married nor unmarried. Also see 4-3. And if you set right your inclination to them on an equal basis and guard yourselves against displeasing Allah, then surely Allah is forgiving and merciful. And if both, the husband and the wife, separate, Allah will enrich each of them out of His plentifulness. Indeed, Allah is ample giving, wise. After all, to Allah belongs whatever is in the heavens and whatever is in the earth. We had certainly enjoined those who were given the book before you, and now we also enjoin you to fear displeasing Allah. And if you disbelieve, then you should know that Allah does not need you. Whatever is in the heavens and whatever is in the earth is Allah's. Allah is self-sufficient, praiseworthy. To Allah belongs whatever is in the heavens and whatever is in the earth, and Allah is sufficient as a protector. O people, if He wills, He can put you away and bring others in your place. Allah has the power over that. Whoever does good deeds desiring the reward of the present world, then he or she should know that with Allah is the reward of both the present world and the hereafter. Allah is hearing, seeing. O you who believe, be maintainers of justice and bearers of witness for the sake of Allah, even if this testifying is against yourselves or your parents and relatives. It should not make any difference to you whether the person, for or against whom you are testifying, is rich or poor. Allah is closest to them both. So do not follow your caprice, lest you swerve from the true testimony. If you swerve or turn aside from truth, then you should know that Allah is aware of what you do. O you who believe, you should truly believe in Allah, His Messenger, the book, the Quran, that He has sent down on His Messenger, and the book that was sent down before. And whoever disbelieves in Allah, His angels, His books, His messengers, and the last day, he has indeed strayed off into a far error. Surely those who believe, then disbelieve, then again they believe, and again they disbelieve and increase in disbelief. Allah is not going to forgive them, nor guide them to the right path. O Muhammad, give good tidings to the hypocrites, that they shall have a painful chastisement. The hypocrites are those who take the unbelievers as guardians instead of the believers. Do they seek glory and honor in them? But surely glory altogether belongs to Allah. Allah has indeed revealed to you in the book, the Quran, that when you hear Allah's revelation is being rejected and mocked at, then do not sit with them until they enter some other discourse. Otherwise, you would surely be like them. Allah will gather the hypocrites and the unbelievers all together in hell. The hypocrites are those who wait for some misfortune to befall you. Then, if you have a victory from Allah, they say, "Were we not with you?" And if the unbelievers have a share in the victory, they say to the unbelievers, "Did we not acquire the mastery over you and defend you from the believers?" So Allah will judge between you on the day of resurrection. Allah will by no means give the unbelievers any way to prevail over the believers. Surely the hypocrites try to deceive Allah, and He certainly deceives them. And when these hypocrites stand up for prayer, they stand up lazily, showing off to the people, and they do not remember Allah save a little. The hypocrites are wavering between the believers and the unbelievers. They belong neither to these nor to those. And whomsoever Allah abandons in error, you will not find for him a way. O you who believe, do not take the unbelievers as guardians instead of the believers. Do you desire to give Allah a manifest proof against yourselves? Surely the hypocrites will be in the lowest stage of the fire, and you will not find a helper for them. This is the punishment of the hypocrites, except those who repent, amend their way of life, hold fast to Allah, and are sincere in their religion to Allah. They will be with the believers, and Allah will certainly give the believers a mighty reward. What would Allah do with punishing you if you were grateful to Him and believed? Allah is all thankful and knowing.